Hi, welcome. It is my last few hours in Western Australia, south of Perth, Secret Harbour. I fly around about 7 p.m. tonight. The time now is around about 8 a.m. in the morning. So what are my plans today? Number one, walking in the steps is definitely needed because my flight's just over 17 hours on the way back. As you know, that is a long flight, so I need to make sure there's plenty of blood flowing into my limbs before doing that flight. Other things as well, going for breakfast. My mate's picking me up at 9, so in about an hour's time, so then I can go and eat and have breakfast, and then my next meal will be in the airport in the afternoon. So got a lounge pass on my card, credit card, have plenty of food, and then get ready for the big travel. And then I get home, well, home soil as they say in the UK, where I land at Heathrow, walk through the airport, get to the bus station, and then get about a 3.5 hour, 4 hour coach to Nottingham, and then from Nottingham I'm going to get a taxi, and that taxi will go directly home, and it will take, I don't know, half an hour maybe. And then if it all goes to plan, just thinking of my coach times and by the time I land, I'm hopefully home early afternoon time, like maybe 1 o'clock-ish. And then the hard part is the jet lag, definitely on the way back, because I'm going to be up more than 24 hours by the time I get home easily. And with that, I'm going to cross a different way in a minute. Yeah, and with that, getting into sleeping habits is quite bad. So I should land just after 5 in the morning. When I've landed like in America and stuff, it's like 2 in the afternoon, so you only have to be up a few hours before sleep. This is different. So I might have to have a little afternoon power nap, set an alarm, because otherwise if I go to sleep proper, I'll be up about midnight most probably. I won't be able to sleep. Don't want that, obviously. So I might need like a power nap between, I don't know, 2 and 4. And then do a few things, then I can go shopping and stuff, get food in, all that kind of business, and then I'll be ready for ready to try and adapt to English temperatures and adapting to English time, and then have a few days off before work. And then get into that, and then do months and months and months of no holidays now. Get stuck in, work hard, and think about where I'm going to go next. But I'm definitely coming back here. Last time I was here was 15 years. It's going to be a lot shorter, hopefully within the next year or two. Because it's just quite chill, quite nice. And it's winter sun. And winter sun's always good when you're just stuck with rain and grey clouds every day, because that's what seems to be happening now in England. At least it's filling the reservoirs. That's one good thing. So if we can have a dry spring, a bit like last spring, that'll be good. So yeah, so that's kind of my day and what I'm going to be doing. Let's walk towards the beach area. This, by the way, is the golf club for the golf course. Anybody can go in there. Went in there with my friend's in-laws for a coffee week last Thursday. So about 9-10 days ago. It's quite nice in there actually. So there's your golf course and the surrounding areas here. There's building work here. This is going to be mostly more houses because there's always building here. Over there's a building, you might not be able to see what it says, but it says Secret Harbour and Surfing Club. It's like a cafe. We've got boats in there, what people like store to go out. It's all things like that. Here's the entrance to the golf club. There's the Australian flag flying. I don't think they have controversy here of just trying to do their own flag, because it's just normal. The flies, they're out in force today as well. And also today it's supposed to be 34 degrees. And then tomorrow's 38. So in some ways I'm missing the really hot weather. But is that a bad thing? It's difficult to walk in after a while. The last time I was doing 38 degrees weather on holiday was a year last September in Vegas. It was about 37, 38 every day. But the good thing about Vegas is there's lots of places to walk in that are air conditioned, like the hotels. If I'm going for a big walk on like a housing estate with all the nice houses, or walking from one suburb to the other, which I've been doing quite a bit, there's nowhere I can pop in for air conditioning. These cars are flying down here. So yeah, the golf course is behind me. Here's the surfing club, Secret Harbour. Here. Here's the block of flats. Which is nice. Nice location, you're just right near the side of the beach if you live here. Again, I think this is going to be housing. There's always lots of developments here. I think there's a high demand for people wanting to move and live in Perth. There's a lot of Brits. I hear a lot of English accents out here. So a lot of people have emigrated already. Don't blame them in this kind of lifestyle. And this country has not gone to pot like it back at home. You can understand why. Up there is where I've took a few pictures, I've filmed a little bit, I've put lots on Instagram a couple of times up the top there. But yeah, there's a surfing club and there's the beach. Right, let's walk back down. So that's how can you get to the beach from here. I've not really spent any days at the beach because I get bored. I'm just sitting there and stuff. I have to be on my feet exploring and getting the steps in. So I'm going to cross back and I'm going to walk towards the shops. Then walk back to the house, picked up for breakfast. And then after breakfast, another walk. Like I say, I need to get at least over 10 miles today. Then I'll be happy knowing I've got to sit down for 17 hours. And that will help loads. These nice houses here. How many times I've said that on my holiday? These nice houses. Hearing the crows making the funny noises in the background is funny as well. And it's the crows making the rat noise. It's them and cockatoos, they're the main sounds you hear on the streets. But more the crows. So again, the golf club. Sure, a lot of people weekends off going for an early golf. But the temperature now, I'm going to guess, I'm just walking in here. Remember, it's going to be 34 degrees today. It's just around about 8 in the morning. It feels like about 23, 24 degrees at this time right now. So it's going to soon get hotter. There you go, a quick stop, food to go behind that little tree. Secret Harbour golf links. It will be links, won't it? Because it's at the side of the sea and it's windy. So I've been doing this walk most mornings actually, before going anywhere. It's a good start to the morning. I don't need GPS on my phone to know where I'm going. I've kind of got it now. I know what the lap is. So the lap I usually do, going from the house all the way round. Going to that beach then was just a little detour, but if I add that on, I still know where I'm going. It's around about 6,000 steps. It's about an hour walk, which is quite nice. Again, another day of pure blue skies. I won't be coming back to that when it comes to Heathrow in London. I think it's going to pretty much raining all day, which ain't the best. Some people, I don't know, is that a little pitching or putting practice range? There's lots of little blue flags together. Again, I filmed this the other day, the amazing houses overlooking the golf course. All will be guaranteed to be over $1 million, worth £1 million, not much dollars. They're all like, I expect to see these kind of houses in Hollywood and Beverly Hills. There's the golfers this morning. There's the 60, not 60 miles per hour, 60 kilometers. So next time when I'm driving, I need to get used to that, because that will confuse me. Look, 60 kilometers per hour. The speed limit on the main motorways, when it's the fastest, is 110 kilometers. And I did my kind of, what is it, conversion from kilometers to miles per hour, and it works out about 68.42 or something. So it's pretty similar to us on the motorways. And normal roads, a lot of normal roads, like on your estate or housing estate or near where it's built up, that's 50 kilometers per hour, which is again around about 30. Biker going past there, around about 30 miles per hour. But the roads are quite simple here. I think I mentioned on the video yesterday, the only tricky one is if the traffic light's on green, check the side of the traffic light, because your turn right might be on red, so you can't go into the middle waiting to turn. You got to wait for the traffic light stop, which I presume is more safer anyway. Think about it. So yeah, the wind's going a little bit today. There's the golf course, there's a park over there. Most of the parks have the Australian rules, goalposts. And this is definitely a place for solar panels. There's a house over there with 1 million solar panels. I can see why. It's definitely worth it, because the amount of sun you get here, and especially like hot sun, which it will be today, will get enough power for you. And I'm guessing if you got like a kind of a house which gives you a battery with a solar panel so you can store the energy, then you're onto a win-win there, aren't you, really? But I'm guessing it's really, really expensive to get them installed, so it will take quite a while to get the benefit or be in profit, as I say. But the balconies on these houses are huge. Right, I can hear some wildlife. I don't know if you can on the microphone. See if I can see anything. See no snakes or kangaroos. There they are. They're like parrots. They're quite colourful, they were. So you should get snakes in this kind of ground here. We're not seeing any, which is a shame. I've said that a few times on vlogs on this holiday. So we'll come to our first roundabout in a minute as part of my walk. I'm getting off camera, I'm getting attacked by flies, by the way. No surprises there. They said that there's a Western Australian paper and it says like Lord of the Flies or something. Apparently this season, this summer, is going to be worse for flies because I think they've had a more wet winter and it's kind of breeding more of the things. But yeah, the flies love to come out when it's sunny. For all those overcast days I had where it's about 20 degrees, they weren't out so much. I think they just love the sun. Anyway, a bit of a walk behind me there. We might as well carry on and see where we get to the shops. This here looks like it's a gated community, but there's no gates on there. Well, it might have been before, but it looks like it must be a nice estate. Every house is more than likely over $1 million behind that there. Well, it gives it a bit more safety when it's like that, I think. It's more off-road even though it's on the road. Again, the yellow and blue signs. Out in force. Little fountain on the little lake. You won't get crocs over here, by the way. Everybody was thinking it'll be like in Florida, or like alligators or reptiles in there. No, Perth is not really home to crocodiles. There might be some parts of Perth, sorry not Perth, Western Australia, where you might get freshwater. They don't usually attack humans, eat humans. They might nip at you if you're thinking, what is it? Or get out of the way. And maybe draw a little bit of blood, of course, because all crocodiles have got teeth that are quite sharp. But yeah, your crocodiles are more north, Darwin, where you find them in the sea and the rivers. So I don't think you want to go in the sea too much in Darwin, even though I'm sure there's safe zones. A bit like the sharks over here, if they're spotted, they'll shut the beach. So I think that's monitored quite a bit. But yeah, sharks are, your saltwater crocodiles, which are one of the most dangerous apex predators. If you get kind of caught by one of them and it's dragging you somewhere, that's game over. They're so powerful, big, and they don't mess around. And the sharks here as well, like I mentioned before, the worst one's the bull shark. If they are hungry and ready to rock and roll and you're in the water with them, that's game over as well, pretty much 9 times out of 10. And obviously the great whites bite, even because that's a lot of the time they kind of explore bite to say what is that. Their explore bite can be fatal as well when they're not proper going for it. But if they proper go for it, yeah, no chance. You're virtually going to be their snack within seconds. Right, I'm coming up to the shop soon. It's my wildlife kind of thing for Australia. I've seen no redbacks either. I was hoping to see one of them, but none on this holiday. And I saw them on my last holidays like 15 years ago or so, 20 years ago when I was here last. Not this time. No redbacks to be seen. I feel the sun's getting a little bit warmer. I think it's gone to about 26 now. I've got my factor 50 on, and hat will be on my afternoon walk because I'm not, what do we call it, burning my head before I get on the plane. But the factor 50 has definitely been helping. There's someone else's house, there's a few trees, And over there, where this is just a little shopping area, but I'm going to go and walk down where the restaurants are as well. And the pizza place, there's more to it than that. The crows. Crow making a funny noise. Hi, crow. Wah. Wah. No. There you go. It's talking now. Right, let's carry on walking. And we're going to cross at this section here. You can see over there, if you can see on the camera, there's lots of cockatoos on that roundabout. It's good seeing all the exotic birds in their wild. And more nice houses across the road. Even the smaller houses and the bungalows are really spacious. As you think that in England they're just built small to rip people off. Bloody hell, can you hear that? There he is. The sound of Western Australia, the crows that are crackers. Secret Harbour Boulevard, footpath upgrade. And there's the Cavalry Chapel, Medical Centre and a hall. And a bit of drawing on here. Sea, sun, and dress up for a swim. Right, I'll look to cross in a second. That's the shops on the other side mostly. And there would be a bloody big, massive, looks like a Range Rover coming down this way. No, is it wanted to park? It's doing a parallel park, I think. Let's cross. Well, okay, there's crows in the background. I don't think the shop's open till about 10 today, 11. Bit like Sunday back home. Similar opening times. But there's Secret Harbour. So it's quite a small place, but still, it's got a golf course. It's got a few places to eat. It's got its 2 supermarkets. But this is like your little strip where you can eat and have a beverage. This is one of the first places. Hiya, there's me. And smart casual dress standards apply. No soiled workwear or high visibility clothing permitted at any time. No workwear after 6:30. So restaurant type bar place. The church is down there, that kind of reddish building. Not this speed limit's 20 kilometres, but you can see why. So this was the same restaurant, that's quite big then. Got a vet across there. There's quite a few pharmacies. Fish and chips. Let's see what's on the menu. $40 for 3 snappers. Which is fish, 4 chips, crab sticks, More snappers, more snappers. Dim sum or potato. More snappers. Crab sticks. And a pizza place. Get 2 pizzas for just $25. Indian cuisine. The Indians like food. The Indian food over here, not the best. And there's the Christmas tree and the entrance to the shopping complex, which is small, but mostly home to the 2 supermarkets. This place is called Dome. Nice cafe place in the morning. Nutrition, there's a lot of health stuff across the road there, as well as a local government member. I want to say MP there, but they're not a member of Parliament. The Harbour Sports Grill, Bar and Grill. That's maybe more to watch sports. Sunday 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. Otherwise closed at midnight. So you got your more low-key eating places, and then you got your more upbeat, as I say. Most we've got music on, sports. That's Coles. That's one of the supermarket chains. We've got Secret Asian Kitchen that do kebabs, Chinese food. Secret Kebab, all the burgers. So I did try a kebab here. It was alright. Nothing special. It was in one of the food court things. There's Jamaica Blue coffees. So that's a couple of coffee places down here that we passed. And play area for the kids. Ahoy, my heart is pirate themed. Dolphins, which the dolphins are local to here. And this is the back of the supermarket. Coles, and look, I don't understand why trolleys get here. People have parked and not took the stuff back. You don't need pound coins for these ones, so that's maybe another reason. Oh, sorry, dollar coins, $2 coins. Big pickup truck, plenty of them out here. Liquorland. So I might have explained before, in supermarkets here they can't have an aisle with beer, spirits, wine. It has to be separated into its own little compartment. How do you do it here as well? So you have to go into a separate little shop, and I guess they don't let people in under 18, that's all I can think. And that's where you buy your liquor, as they call it over here. But beer is really expensive over here, your lagers and stuff. They were selling, what was it, Castle Main 4X Gold, 3.5%, so it's not strong. Boxes of about 30 cans, I think it is, but the same cans of like a can of Coke. And they're doing a deal, which I don't think's a deal. They were in 2 boxes, you get 60 cans really of Coke size bottles, and that price was for about $104 or $5. So they're thinking that was a deal. Now, doing the maths, of course it's not 104 or 5 quid, but it's just over £50, so that's £25 a box for 30 cans of 330ml. Our minimum 40. So yeah, if you're doing the maths there, it ain't competitive at all. McDonald's is down there, by the way. Not going there today because I have a breakfast in Mandra, near where the dolphins are and stuff in the estuary, which would be nice. And then yeah, breakfast, another walk. and then airport, where I've set up about 3. Get to the airport about 3 hours before. Already checked in online. I just need to do my bag thing when I get there, drop off, and then get to that lounge and have a couple of hours in there. So this road at the top takes me to the main road, which then takes me back towards near where I'm stopping. I'm just nearly hitting the 5,000 step mark this morning, which is all good. Good start. I'm at a minimum of 20,000 steps today. I need that 10 mile under my belt before I travel, because I definitely won't be doing 10,000 steps on Monday, I tell you that now. I'm going to be back home. I'll settle for how many steps? I'm trying to think now. I'd say 5 or 6. Got a fly on me. Can you see the fly on me? It's there, isn't it? This is what you have to deal with in Western Australia. Oh, it must be anywhere in Australia. The flies just land on you. They want to be your best friends, which is a pain. So a lot of people are doing a similar thing to me, going for walks. Walks are always good for you. I just trying to think how long more since lockdown, really. When that first happened, and that was just after when I broke my ankle. I had my watch, my Fitbit at the time, and I thought, okay, it's lockdown. I need to get my ankle back into full swing again. And I was going up, and I was happy to try and get to 10,000 steps. And that's like the main recommendation. Try and do 10,000. That's 5 miles in a day. And I got there, and I was happy at that because everyone thinks, yeah, 10,000 is good. Then I was starting to do about 15 every day, and I thought, no, set myself a new target of 15 every day. I did that for a while, and then I got to 20 now. 20 I've been doing now for 2 years or so, on average. So over the year, I've averaged 20,000 steps per day. Obviously, not every day you're going to do 20,000 steps, but more days you do more than 20,000 steps, so it averages itself out. And that's what I try and do at the minute. And I'm averaging at the minute about 21,000. Look at that fly on my bubbling glasses. Can you see it? I'm trying to look at my reflection here, but yeah, it's doing my head in. Yeah, 21 at the minute. To give you some kind of context, if you're walking at a decent pace, non-stop, 3 hours walking is about 20,000 steps for me. So I break it up per day, go to the gym before work. I get it done that way. And like I say, at the minute, I'd have about an hour under my belt this morning. That means I only need to do 2 when it's warmer this afternoon with my hat on. And then that will sort me out. Yeah, I remember walking around here the first few days. Sat nav, where is it? Where do we go? No wrong turns. Now it's all second nature and dead easy for me. Again, you start to see the golf course in a minute. Over there's a school. That's where my mate's daughter goes to. And that school over there. That big building. Golf course there again. So we've kind of done a lap around the golf course, which is all good. Again, roundabouts are dead easy and they're not super rammed.
And then you go to the chute and you're like, whoa, too many words, bro.
Not really been at a roundabout when my mate's been driving where we've been waiting for ages and ages and ages and ages. You get up quite quickly. And it's good that they drive on the same side of the road as in England as well. And then again, it is Sunday morning, so it won't be that busy. I'm getting attacked by the flies big time. Let's look at my face. Attack. Oh, there's a new electronic sign out here. Is the road closing? No, it's staying from the other side. Can't see what it says. I wonder what that squeaking was. It's the garage. House is on the other side of the golf course, so earlier on was one side, but I'm guessing these look from both sides because they're quite big. Typical Aussie street light there, a little bit different to ours. Oh, getting attacked by flies big time. Remember, 50 kilometres per hour in built-up areas, that's what that sign says over there. I'm not sure if the camera can see that well enough. Yeah, built-up area is 50. I'm making the most of this nice warm weather. With flies on me. Do you see that fly then near me here? They get people with the bits of like branch trees that are out and they're just waving. It's like a bit of sage, like if a vicar was waving it in a haunted house. I'm just getting them on with flies now. Crow. He's going to start making the funny noise. It's on the roof. Nope, this is a quiet crow. So yeah, Sunday the 30th of November. I'm here on my walk. And I think I'm going to end it now because I've nearly done the lap, pretty much. But it's a good little walk and talk on my last day. I usually like a walk on my last day before having a big flight day ahead on a long haul. But at least it's direct. I know it's longer on the way back because of the winds and stuff. But at least it's direct and I don't have to get off anywhere. And I've got an aisle seat so I can just stand up when I want. So yeah, oh, there's one of the buses. So I'm going to leave you to it. That's just a bit of a walk and talk and a bit of a view, a bit of a morning walk I've been doing. And most probably the next video might be me back home. But I don't do videos when I'm back home, but I'll be posting them. Got plenty to edit and get through and then put on. Even stuff from LA I've not completed yet. So I need to get on that. I've got a few days off work. So that will be good when it's absolutely pouring it down outside. I'll get on with that. Do everything. And also as well, what I might do on the Monday, because remember I landed early on the Monday, I might have to treat myself to a carvery. I've had one of them for a while. And that will give me lots of good vitamins. Because when you're on holiday you eat bad here, don't you? It's just the norm. Yeah, but we had to get some fibre vitamins, etc. Some beef and some turkey on their mix. Anyway, enough of that. enjoying the time I got here for the last few hours today. Breakfast time soon. So I bid you now farewell and speak to you whenever I speak to you next. Thank you. Thank you for coming on this walk and talk, typical me video, isn't it? One day I'll be a good editor and do some B-roll and put some good music on and do some good cuts. But this is just for people thinking, what's it like in the suburbs of Perth? And this is south of Perth, a good 30 odd kilometres, or 30 miles or so, sorry, about 50 kilometres or so. I'm just going to cross this road first. I'm going to show you the local park where, on Facebook Live, where I filmed on my first night here. So I was sitting down all day, my mate picked me up. I was at his for a little while. Oh no, he dropped me off actually. I can't remember now. I think he dropped me off. And then I put my stuff in and I needed to walk for about half an hour to get some blood into my legs. And on that first night as well, every time I'm on call now, I could usually sleep about 12 hours and wake up. Now it's about 3 or 4 and then I'm wide awake. Fly. Lots of flies. Yeah, now I'm wide awake, so it's a bugger. So it takes a few days to regulate your body, your sleeping patterns, even your food patterns and everything. Digestion, it all kind of affects. Anyway, here we are. Local park, this is where I'll finish it. I finished the vlog. But thank you for that. I know some might have fast forwarded thinking where's the interesting bits, but like I say, it's a walk and talk. Thank you very much. Thank you, Australia. Thank you, blue skies. And this has been an amazing holiday. Just what the doctor ordered. Got a little bit of a tan. I've just shaved today. Yeah, I'm just going to do it this afternoon, but I thought I'd do it this morning. I've got a little thing on my head there with a bit of hair there because there's like an old wart or something that I went over the other day and it kind of, what you would call it, bled. So not going over that again. Right, anyway, enough of that horrible kind of talk there about my head. Catch you soon, breakfast time for me in a bit. And take care and watch this video and the others on YouTube. And please subscribe, notification bell if you want to see the videos pop up. And I've got plenty in the backlog of different trips I've done, especially in America with Vegas, LA, some old Facebook lives from back in the day I managed to save and put onto YouTube so you can see lots of things. But what I usually like doing, as I say, is my travel videos, my walk and talks. And when I'm in America, it's all like the movie locations, Michael Jackson stuff and true crime stuff. This is not renowned for any of them. This is just renowned for just beautiful areas and really nice things to look at, and more of a chill, not so overpopulated part of the world where it's nice, peaceful, and you don't feel unsafe anywhere. Anywhere I've walked from different suburbs to the suburbs, it doesn't feel unsafe. It feels nice, it feels natural, it feels friendly, and feels lovely. Right, enough of me bambling and bumbling on. Leave you to it. I'll see you later.